Good morning, you wonderful humans. I hope you've had a wonderful Tuesday afternoon, and we are live. I just got a new laptop. I wanted to confirm that I am actually being heard, and the good news is it worked. So if you're watching this on a replay sometime in the far distant future, I hope the audio quality and sound quality is coming through just swimmingly. Alrighty, Friday. Let's start over and get to it. Good morning, you wonderful humans. My name is Seth Spicer. This is Connected Community Health Support's free, live, virtual exercise group stream. We wake up every morning. We wake up some mornings and go through and do a whole bunch of just body weight exercises together. We're removing the travel barrier, the time barrier, the experience barrier, maybe the comfort needed to go to a gym, just so that anybody can get a nice workout in the morning. Start the day off right. I do the stream at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Adam Fox and Jacob Carroll go at noon and 5:30 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the time being. You should be doing these exercises 3 times a week. We also replay them if you miss it on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 7 p.m. All right. Without further ado, I guess we'll get started with the warm-up. All right. I'm going to go full screen. I'm going to press the button. And that'll do. All right, so usually with the warm-up, we start with the bottom and go to the top. As usual, talk to a physician before you begin any exercise program to make sure that it's right for you. We did everything we could to make this as inclusive and safe as possible, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't talk to a physician. All right, with the warm-up, we're starting with the bottom and working our way up to the top. We start with some good old-fashioned step overs and close the gates. Step over the Lego, open the gate over the kid. All right. And then repeat that on the other side. Step over, close the gate. You should try and remember some of these exercises in case one day we ever disappear. You'll be able to do the exercise on your own or lead this stream. If you're ever interested, let us know. Internal, external rotation at the hip. I call these hacky sack skips because if you ever play with a hacky sack, it's like you're hitting a hacky sack ball. And then hold it at the top. Hold it at the top. Repeat on the other side with me. Hope you all had a wonderful Tuesday, a healthy Tuesday. I hope you got some satisfying food. All right. If your hips ever feel like they're getting tight, your glutes, you can do a figure 4 stretch where you put your shin on your knee and stretch it. I like doing that before I go for a nice little trot. It really stretches out my glute and my external rotators down through here. A nice long gentle stretch for that is actually good if you ever have piriformis syndrome. Fun fact. But gentle, you don't want to inflame it like an intense stretch can do. Next up, let's switch up the order today, shall we? Let's go shoulder circles next. How about that? Shoulder circles. Get a little spicy in the order today. Watch out for your biggest fans. Per usual, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, shoot them into the chat and I will be able to respond to them. Looking forward to answering some good questions today. If you ever don't feel comfortable releasing your anonymous status, because right now I have no idea who's watching, which is great because that allows anybody to join. But if you have questions you don't feel comfortable asking or saying during the stream, feel free to reach out to us at connectedchs30@gmail.com. All right, we'd love to answer any of your questions, take any feedback. For example, great ideas that led to things like the routine being right at the bottom during the stream. All right. I'm going to save the T-spine rotation for last today. Get crazy, I know. Do some neck circles with me here. To the right, counterclockwise. Doesn't matter which direction you start, so long as you switch. You all probably love when I do neck circles. Because I shut my mouth a lot more often. A little bit of peace and quiet. Other direction, switch it up. I'm going clockwise. I'm feeling a lot of things stretch that I feel like shouldn't be stretching, but that all goes back to my tight shoulders. And now we're going to do some open books. If you're ever interested, an open book can also be done from your knees instead of standing, where in the ground, or I'm sorry, when we're standing, our hands are facing forward. We breathe in, breathe out to the back wall. If you're looking for something a little different, another tool in the tool belt, you can go on all fours and breathe in, breathe out, and rotate up to the sky just the same. And this locks your hips by having your knees in contact with the ground. All right, so if you're able to get to the floor, feel free and try this. If you're not, go ahead and do your open books from the standing position. 5 to 7 each side should be plenty. And again, this is just mobility work, acting as a warm-up. Oy. And we always love a little bit of mobility. Being able to move well will keep us out of pain and make sure that we're doing all right when it comes time for our actual exercise session. Now, of course, our exercises are easy, right? We want them to be at max a moderate intensity. That's between 50 and 70% of your heart rate max, so that we're in optimal fat burn mode. Not too high when we're burning carbs, not too low when we're not burning enough calories. All right. That's what we're here for, is for fat burn specifically, some exercise that's sustainable. Okay. Now, remember, if you ever can't hear me or something goes wrong with my camera, feel free to shoot it into the chat as well, please. Brand new laptop today. Biggest purchase of my life. Very afraid that something is going to go wrong with it. So let me know. With that said, grab your water, grab your friends, grab your dogs. It's time to start this exercise. We have floor touches, staggered floor touches, or a glute bridge to start. Pick whichever one feels best for you. I'm going to do the staggered floor touches to start, where you have 1 foot back to begin. 3, 2, 1. Here we go for this morning's workout. Stagger, back, touch the floor, forward, back, touch the floor, forward, back, touch the floor. And we're just repeating this process on each leg. Nice and slow to start, to act as a bit of a warm-up for this movement pattern. And again, you want the back to stay up and flat the entire time. You don't want it to arch like that. Push the hips backwards, touch the floor, pull the hips forward and underneath you. There we go. And time. Joke of the day from Happy Face, it looks like. A gym junkie's counting loudly in the gym as he does the bench press. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, he says on their gym goer. Do you even lift, bro? To which the gym junkie replies, nah, I only lift odd, bro. We'll come back to that. Eyes, Y's, and T's. Good morning, Happy Face. Forearms on your knees. Ready, begin. Eyes, Y's, and T's. Eyes, Y's, and T's. Join me's, please. You can get one forearm on the knee and do these one arm at a time. If you ever want a more stable position. If you want to feel more stable, all right? I's, Y's, and T's. 3, 2, 1, and time with that exercise. Happy face. I'm glad ever since a couple weeks ago, we started having you do the joke of the day pretty much in the chat. It always makes me laugh. I look forward to seeing what you've come up with and found on the interwebs. All right. Next up, we have our Flappy Birds starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. We're here and down. It's just a lateral raise. I'm gonna walk it back. Just a lateral raise. And we can do this all day. Hands to the side, chest up, and repeat. If these ever get too hard for you, you can bend the elbows. And that should be a nice regression. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Time. We love the 40 seconds of work, the 20 seconds of rest. It really keeps us moving. Always gauge your own intensity to something that you can maintain. Next up, we are throwing punches. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. We're throwing jabs together. Keep the hands up. This is set number 1 of the day. We're just getting started. Start to get the sweat going. Almost acting as a little bit of a warm-up at this point in the program compared to how much we know we have left. 6 sets, 8 exercises per set, and time with the punches. After the punches, we have our squats together. Squats are something that really gets the heart rate up a little bit, recruits the most muscle mass, gets the most blood flowing, heart rate increases as a result. Squats together in 3, 2, 1, begin. Full depth is down to 90. If your knees hurt, you can't squat that low, or you just don't want to go that deep for 40 seconds, that's completely fine. You may absolutely do a half squat. Later in the program, once my heart rate starts to get up a little bit, and you know that myself and Happy Face will both be doing half squats. Yeah, I'm calling you out, Happy Face. Just kidding. Happy Face has been here since day -1, and I'm sure is doing jump squats in the living room. 3, 2, 1, and time. I struggle to keep up. Beast mode. We can do push-ups from the couch with a tight core. Push-ups modified from the wall, which I'm a big fan of right here. Or push-ups from the floor. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin with the push-ups. Yeah, I believe that. I see with the half squats. And really, you know, it still is a really solid exercise. I shouldn't joke. And it's a really great alternative to reduce. We only go to half depth, but it removes more than half of the torque at the knee joint because of our biomechanics. Full depth is about 3 times the torque as compared to half depth. And time with the push-ups. Yeah, the half squats, really solid alternative. Really solid alternative. Alrighty. Feel that in the shoulder this morning. Woo. Next up, we have our Aquaman's prone or bent over. I'll start with the bent over variation. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hands out in front and alternate. We're here. You may also be prone while you do this, which is on your belly. You can do doubles if you like, but I recommend doing the monkey with me. Nice stable position. 1, 2, 3 at a time. 1, 2, 3 at a time if you need. 3, 2, 1, and time. And I'm completely recovered, just like that. Next up, we have our marching or a mountain climber, whichever feels best for you. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. You can march. If you want something harder but can't get to the floor, you can, of course, high knees. If you can get to the floor, feel free to do the mountain climber. Hands on the floor in the tall plank position. Core tight. Bring your knees to your chest. Very similar movement pattern. But this will get the heart rate up too. This will get you burning some fat. 3, 2, 1, and time. And that's the end of set number 1. Just like that. Nice and easy. Got myself a dog mug, 10 seconds. And now we have our 15-second break in between sets to catch our breath. We're going back to the top. Set number 2. Here we go. Glute bridges or staggered stance. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin. If you're doing the staggered stance deadlift, which is the staggered stance floor touch, remember your toes are about at the level of your heel. Push the butt back. Pull the hips forward. Keep the chest nice and tall. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Again, a variation for everyone. You can do this whole thing standing if you like or if you need. We made this to be very inclusive to this program. Everybody should be able to get a solid exercise in the morning, a solid program, and this is for everyone. Next up, eyes wide and T's. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Reach out in front, 45 degrees, 90. Eyes, Y's, and T's. If you want to hold for a minute at the top of the range of motion, that will kick your butt. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Next up, we have our Flappy birds. Take a knee. I'm going to start waking up earlier so that I'm ready to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Lateral raises. Again, with the less intimidating name, Flappy birds. I will say, if you have a clock, don't look at it. Doesn't help to watch the time count down before your very eyes. 7. I do that though to keep us on track, on pace. Make sure we're going 40 seconds to 20 seconds. Work the rest. Time. Next up, we're going to be throwing some punches together. Again, of course, we have either the jab or you can do a double this time. The all 1, 1, 2, 2. All right. Starting together in 3, 2, 1. Begin. 1, 1, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2, 2. Throwing double punches together. Try and put some force behind it. Enjoy them while they're here. These punches might not be in the program forever. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, time with that exercise. Next up, we're going to be squatting together. Welcome, enter squat position. All right, squatting together, whichever depth feels good for you. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we are. So just following along to this program, either live or in replay, we have 2 people so far that have lost more than 10 pounds over the course of, week 11 right now. That is awesome at 12 and 15 pounds respectively. And that is that's a lot of work you have to do both inside these videos and also at home with the nutrition. So for that, I applaud you, and please keep it going at a sustainable level. Things might get frustrating a little later on, but trust the process, remain sustainable, and we'll get you there. 1 week of solid behaviors at a time. Time with the squats, if you didn't already stop with me. Next up, we have the push-ups. I'm going from the wall this time. Whichever feels good for you, you may do. 3, 2, 1, begin. We're here. Keep the core tight. You can go from the wall, from the couch, from the floor, whatever feels best for you. Make sure you find a stud, maybe a nice firm door. That way you don't go through the wall or through the door. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Wow, we didn't lose somebody during push-ups that time. Wonderful. That's refreshing. Next up, Aquamans. I'm going to do these ones prone. You, of course, may continue to do them bent over. 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. One arm at a time, going overhead. And of course, my head should be in the floor, but I like to keep y'all engaged. And I'm sure you all like to see my beautiful face in the morning as you watch me struggle with yet another shoulder exercise. I know, though, if we trust the process, my shoulder range of motion will get better. And eventually it'll be easier. Time on the Aquamans. It's been 11 weeks, and it has gotten better. But boy, it's still not easy. Maybe by week 50. Mountain climbers or marches, I'm already on the floor. I'm staying down here. Do whatever feels good for you. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Up, in or here. We've got a quote of the day at halftime. And of course, we have our nice little tidbit at the end, as always. So hang tight. Stick around for the goods at the end. It is a nice face. Why, thank you, happy face. I hope that it's a happy face, too. Keep the core tight. 3, 2, 1, and time. Yeah, not tired at all. We got a bit of a break. Going in to round number 3, we're going to get it started in 20 seconds. Again, caffeine only until noon or 1 o'clock. That way you can sleep well at night, right? All right. Next up, back to the top of round 1. If you're just joining, good timing. Join us with a staggered stance floor touch. Ready, begin. 1 foot at the level of your heel. Just touch the floor and stand up. Touch the floor and stand up. And we're here. This is the hinge motion. Basically the same thing as the deadlift. The back foot is more for support than anything. And this allows us to start working in the single leg deadlift pattern into our workouts. Really great for both strength, stability, a better hinge pattern, if you ask me, has a great transfer to sport, time. It's personally one of my favorite exercises. Next up is our I's, Y's, and T's. Really quick, if you guys get a lot of notifications, I always talk about how stuff should be paired. Let the notifications be a reminder to live a healthy lifestyle. When they pop up, ask yourself, am I following the advice from the tidbits? Am I doing things in my better interest? I's, Y's, and T's. Ready, begin. Up, 45 degrees, and 90. If you're just joining, feel free to give us a follow on Twitch or Facebook, or all of our videos are available on YouTube in a playlist from day one at Connected CHS. We start off pretty easy at half of the work of these sessions, maybe actually a quarter time with that one. And then we build progressively. I may not be measuring my weight, but my range of motion has increased in overall ability a little so far. I love the so far. That's the most important part right there. Good to hear. It's all about feeling good, right? It's all about feeling good. Flappy birds, ready, begin. At the end of the day, if you feel good, that's what's really important. We're trying to make health and fitness accessible. We use weight as an indirect measure of health, but of course that is absolutely not the case. People may absolutely be very, very fit and still be considered overweight. So at the end of the day, what we're really trying to do is improve health, improve metrics of health, improve cardiovascular function, prevent cardiovascular disease, 110%. If you feel good and you're more able, hell yeah, all day. That's what we're talking about. Time with that exercise. Good stuff. Next up, we're going to get jabby. We're throwing some punches together today. If you haven't told a friend lately, tell a friend. The numbers are seriously and consistently going up. We're almost at 100 on Twitch. Punches together in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Just a left, a right, left, a right. We're already on set number 3. Gonna get throwing them into some big wide ones, giving some 3-4s if you're getting bored. Nice and wide. Keep the core tight. Stabilize everything. If you're in a real fight, don't open up this whole front. Try to avoid fights if we can. They're bad for our health. And time with the punches. Best argument you ever had not to fight. It's bad for your health. All right. Next up, squatting. Also, happy face. Thank you for the update. Squats together in 3, 2, 1. Begin. We're here. Of course, go to your own depth. We're slowly starting to make progress on our website. We're going to have it up by the 23rd. We're very excited for that to be the case. That's going to include a central site for all of our free and activities that we charge for. And of course, the charge activities support our community organizing for health initiatives. Exciting stuff in the works. Time with the squat exercise. Next up, we have our push-ups from a couch, wall, or floor, whatever is more sustainable for you. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin. The wider you go, the more pec major you work. The closer in you become, the more it's tricep, anterior delt, and frankly, like they do it in the military. Once you get tired, come on up, go to the knees, reduce the intensity, so you have the full range of motion for the full time. 3, 2, 1, and time. We're getting somewhere. Aquamans. Aquamans are next. Alrighty, we all love a good Aquaman. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready. Begin. We're here. We're chopping up the lettuce. I like to push the butt back for these ones and look down. Forearm on the thigh if you need. Doing a triple burst. Again, trying to pull the chest up, undo some of the effects of sitting all day. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. Lastly, marching or a mountain climber. Whatever feels best for you. And then we get a break already. Holy smokes. Ready, set, begin. We're here. Mountain climber, if you like. High knees, if you need. But just because we don't go for speed doesn't mean we're not getting a good workout. Get them up if you like. I like to move the arms with it. Takes me back to my sprinting days. 10 more seconds. Keep them going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Looks like we're going into halftime. So long as I didn't forget something, I didn't. That's a scoot. Go ahead and catch your breath. We've got a break. If you've got to scoot for work, scoot for work. If you can stick around or you're just pulling in, this is your chance to warm up. Chance to warm up, chance to cool down, chance to catch your breath in between sets. I'm resetting the timer for round number 2. And of course, as promised, I say, hey guys, if you stick around till halftime, I'll give you a little quote of the day. So the quote of the day, our little tidbit. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. And you all better believe I love that quote because, again, motivation is what got us here. Someone said, hey, exercise doesn't have to be that hard. Reaching your health goals doesn't have to be that hard. Just show up. That's what got you here. Habit, the things we've been working on inside the stream, is what's keeping you here. All right. That's all we ask. Any program will work so long as you're consistent. Just what happens with this program is a good one designed for consistency to keep you engaged. So win-win. Am I right, folks? We're going to go back to the full screen. This computer is 1,000,000 times more responsive than my last one. Holy crap. I press a button and it actually works. Wow. That's refreshing. I didn't realize how frustrating it was to have a computer that took 10 seconds to do anything, any click. Now maybe the computer can go as fast as my brain works, just 1,000,000 miles a second. Yeah. All right, get your warm up, get your cool down, get your breath maybe. Get yourself some coffee. Maybe get yourself some water. Of course, no sugar, just black. All right, and we'll give it a couple more seconds. Of course, if you nose breathe in between sets, that's a good way to calm down your heart rate. Maybe take this as an opportunity to stretch what you need. I love that. We always like getting comfortable. If you're going to stretch, you might as well be warmed up anyway. If you're going to stretch, it should be with a tissue, a muscle that's full of blood. I like the sponge analogy, where you can tear a dry sponge, right? Analogous to tearing a muscle, obviously. But if you take that sponge and you fill it with water, try and tear it then. You can't. It's much more malleable, and thus our muscles filled with blood, which is a result of a warm-up or a workout, makes them so that they stretch better instead of tearing. All right, and that's the whole point of stretching, is so that the muscles become more elongated as opposed to just tearing. Am I right? So with that said, if you're going to stretch afterwards, hold it for at least 30 seconds. All right. That's when you start to get the reciprocal and antagonistic inhibition that allows your muscle to actually lengthen. If you want actual tissue stretching, actual tissue lengthening, you should hold it for probably a minute and a half. Let it be known that if that is the case, your power output is going to be significantly decreased immediately after. So I might recommend holding off until the end of the workout. Then again, we don't really do any power activities anyway. So whenever you like. All right. We're going to go back to the top, getting to get started with set number 4, starting in 10, 9. Again, you've got the glute bridge, or you've got the single leg deadlift. And we're starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. We're here. And we're here. And we're back. And we're back. You can walk it forward one step at a time. That works out pretty well. And then walk it back. Again, if you can't go all the way to the floor, that's all right. Just go to whatever depth feels good for you. Step it back, step it forward. Step back. And time with that exercise. Next up, we love ourselves some I's, Y's, and T's. We got ourselves a little bit of a break, and we're going back into it. Set number 4. Exercise number 2. Ready. Begin. I wonder why I don't tell you the T. That was actually the wrong order. I, Y, and T. Overhead. 45 and 90. You can always do these one arm at a time, if you please. Hold it for a second at the top to work a new range of motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Gonna be honest, they're kicking my butt. They're kicking my butt. Next up, we have our Flappy Birds. All right, Flappy Birds, beginning in 3, 2, 1, begin. I'm excited for our tidbit at the end. Like I said, I built them out for the week. And these ones are all designed to follow along with our 7 pillars. Our 7 pillars are indicative of both the free and paid programs we're going to be offering. Our in-home personal training is going to be sustaining our community organizing. So we're not a traditional non-for-profit, but we're also not a traditional corporation. We're a benefit corporation, technically. We already have a mission as the sole priority, as opposed to the profit of the shareholders. Interesting stuff. Novel idea. Time with that exercise, if you haven't already shut it down. We're moving to our punches together. I'm going to stay kneeling. Feel free to stay standing. Let's go with jabs here. And now just give them the old 1, 2. Rotate from here, rotate forward. It's good for your shoulder health that way. Hands up, keep the core tight. Goes fast as you deem good for your current fitness. You should be able to hold a conversation the entire time. You should never be too out of breath to where you can't talk to your fitness partner or swear at me. And time. Next up, we have our squats. And this is exercise set número 4. Nosotros le gustamos? Doesn't matter. Ready, set, begin, squats. Ejercicio is exercise. In Spanish, me gusta. I like el ejercicio. La or el? El ejercicio? Anyway, CCHS is coming to you in Spanish. When we said we have international people on here, you didn't realize it's going all over the place. Nova Scotia, Mexico, Spain, California, and time. Time with the squats. After the squats, we have push-ups. These never get old, doing them week in, week out. But they are good for the triceps. So, starting in 3, 2, 1, ready. Begin with the push-ups. For some triceps. I know we'll do anything. Down to 90. Full range of motion. Keep breathing through it. Halfway. Keep the core tight. Ten more seconds. Keep working. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. And I'm done. You guys are lucky that I do all this with you. Oh, boy. Free exercise training. No equipment ever needed. Next up, we have our Aquamans. If you're just joining, my name is Seth Spicer. Welcome. I hope you'll join us for some free health and fitness, some free exercise, all instructional. Aquamans, ready, set, begin. Arms overhead. We're just chopping some lettuce. That's all. Happy face. I see your comment. I'm going to get to it right at the end of this exercise. That way, everyone knows I'm not copping out when it gets hard. Keep it working. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. If I stop when it gets hard, how can I expect you guys to keep going when it gets hard? Our squat pulses, part of the workout later, could be an option. Top half, bottom half, squat pulses. I'll look into that. I'll chat about that with the boys. I'll chat about that with Jake and Adam. I like the idea of it. Marches or mountain climbers. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Get them up. Mountain climber if you like. Just checking you can still converse with your exercise partner. Oh, that's funny stuff. That's funny stuff. So you're saying squat, 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 something like that probably. You know, I can barely converse. 3, 2, 1, time. With that set, I can barely converse. I think my heart rate, heart rate's still in a good range, about 140. I like that. That's a funny test right there. We got a few more minutes, a few more seconds. We're going back to the top of this set. If you're just joining, feel free to catch our replay or with Jacob Carroll, Adam Fox at noon today or 5:30, or catch our replays on YouTube. Back to the top, single leg deadlifts in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. We're here. Staggered deadlift, we're here. Staggered deadlift, we're here. And we're here. I've actually got a line on my floor right here from the carpet. My toes go on it. My heel of my other foot goes on it. That way I know that I'm properly staggered. I remember doing squat pulses when I was in gym class in years past. Wow. They didn't even play games. They just said, nah, man, we're doing squat pulses. And time with the deadlift, time with the hinge. We used to do a thing called quarter eagles in football, which were just here. You blow the whistle and you have to switch. And let me tell you, 60 seconds of those hit you differently. Goodness, they were tough. Eyes wide and T's. Ready, begin. Oh, fitness gym classes. I was going to say, I don't know what kind of high school you went to, Happy Face. I don't know what kind of college experience you had, but it's clearly different than mine. This is set number 5. You know, it's probably a good thing that I'm leading these instructional classes because I'm a power athlete traditionally. And let me tell you, my heart needed, my lungs needed a little bit of aerobic exercise. Time with the eyes, Y's, and T's. I certainly needed some aerobic exercise in my program. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna use this real quick as a sweat rag. Ready, set, begin. Lateral raises. Lateral raises, also known more cordially as Flappy birds. Yeah, who knew though, Happy Face? Turns out there was somebody out there all along who's planning to bring you gym classes for completely free in the comfort of your own home, where you don't have to worry about being uncomfortable or paying or transporting yourself to that location. Yeah, if only more people knew about it, you know what I mean? We're working on that. Slowly but surely. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Put the pedal to the metal on this set. This is set number 5. This is when, more than ever, you really need the motivation. All right, you really need to keep grinding through it. We'll be done with number 5 shortly. Nobody likes number 5. Punches together to beat down set number 5. And 3, 2, 1, begin. We're here. Beating down the demon that's number 5. Throw some doubles. Right, left, right, left. Now, if I ever get to a point where I can't converse with my fitness partner, feel free to shoot me in a reminder saying, Seth, your words are getting pretty choppy there, mate. Perhaps you should take your own advice and gauge your intensity to make a little more sustainable time with the punches. All right. Next up, we have squats. Squats. Knock these ones out the park. Here we go. Ready, set, begin. And here we go. Do prison style, if you like. Hands out in front, if you like. Hands here, if you like. Or hands in front. If you're ever working out separate from this video, this workout program in its entirety, and you want to use weights, we love a goblet squat where you hold the weight in front of you. Real solid exercise. I recommend using that if you ever go solo. Time with that exercise. All right. Next up, you know what's coming. Set number 5 push-ups. Find yourself a wall. Find yourself a couch. Find yourself a floor. 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Keep the core tight. I'm switching over to the couch. "20 seconds. Keep working. Core tight. Fight set number 5. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Nice. I got a story about set number 5 coming up here in a second. Aquamans in 10 seconds. From the bent over or prone position, we're chopping some lettuce together. 3, 2, 1. Ready? Begin. We're doing the funky monkey. You can do them one arm at a time. If you need more stability in this position, do bursts of 3. Again, trying to get your arm to 180 degrees overhead in line with your back. If this situation is comfortable with you and you think you can do the full chops, be my guest. And time with the Aquamans. Upper body Aquamans. Good work. We're moving on to either mountain climbers or marches, whichever feels best for you, because we create exercise programs that are variable and adjustable for your success. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Marches. If you're just joining, I'll replay this on Twitch once we're done. Replay it on Facebook at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Catch the full playlist at Connected CHS on YouTube. My name is Seth Spicer. If you guys follow this account and you get a bunch of notifications, let each notification be a reminder to live a healthy life. Maybe, like I said, when you plan in the morning your day to avoid certain things, maybe the notification can be a reminder to keep you on course with what you planned. Time with that exercise. And that is the end of set number 5. Congratulations. Good work. To hell with number 5. Now we're on to our last and final set. Set number 6, which is much more enjoyable. Last one, which means only 8 more minutes. And then we're done for the day and we can go enjoy, get a protein-rich breakfast, and hear the tidbit that I have for you at the end. Stagger stance deadlifts, set 6. Ready, begin. Oh, I see that block. Oh, yeah. All right, I appreciate a nice block of text. I'm gonna read that in the 20 seconds I have in between this and the I's, Y's, and T's. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Up next, we have I's, Y's, and T's. I attended classes at Good Life Fitness. They have a class called Body Pump that systematically works through all the muscle groups using a bar to add variable intensity. Once with a bar on your shoulders, it's an interesting exercise. Full and half pulses, part of that routine. Nice part was that after you're done with each muscle, you're done with each muscle. I's, Y's, and T's. I have stuff to say about that. In 3, 2, 1, begin. So I've heard of Body Pump before, actually. And yeah, I used to do this program called 1x20, where you do one exercise, 20 reps, and you were done with it. It was a bit of a recovery play for in between or just getting started with the program. But nonetheless, feels good to be done with it once you're done with it. You don't want to have to do push-ups for 6 sets. Am I right? 3, 2, 1, time. Then again, push-ups for 6 sets of 40 seconds are better than push-ups for 3 sets of 80 seconds. And that's why we're doing 2 rounds instead of 1. Next up, Flappy Birds. 3, 2, 1. Doing some lateral raises together. Ready, begin. Yeah, happy face. Although we do this without equipment, there really is no better joy than throwing a bar full of weight in your back and going pound town with some squats. Or in the front. I love a nice front squat too. Hell, weight in general just feels good. Technically, it's not as good for your heart, but it's better for your muscles. In fact, we designed this program so that there was no increase in systolic blood pressure because we want to make sure anybody with heart problems would be completely safe while we did it. Time with the Flappy Birds. And I taught exercise physiology labs past year, and I can say that doing lower and upper body exercises can raise, especially heavy resistance exercises specifically, can raise your systolic blood pressure up to 200 or sometimes even 300. All right, because really what you're doing is contracting that muscle. Blood can't get through. It's like pinching the hose and water's flying through, really raises the pressure in the system. Interesting stuff. And that's why we're aerobic, but you don't need to necessarily. We're on punches. Ready, set, begin. Set 6, punches. It's good for me then. It's good for me now. 1 long set versus multiple short sets. Yeah. And that's kind of like that, like what we say with everything. Do exercise that works for you. Do what feels good for you. Hell, even if we're here and we decide that this isn't it, that's all right. Go find something that does work for you, That's all we really want is people to be healthy and enjoy the exercise together. I love it. 3, 2, 1, and time. Next up, we're squatting together. Squatting together in 3, 2, 1, ready, begin. This is your first time, welcome. My name is Seth. This is Connected Community Health Support, helping people take control of their health, limit future disease, and making health and fitness more accessible, more practical in your home. Providing lifestyle tips and tidbits at the end of each session. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time with the squats. Again, dripping sweat in here today, but at a manageable intensity. And that's what this is all about. Not breaking your back for 1 session and then leaving. Sustainable daily exercise 3 times a week right now. You love it. Push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. Keep the core tight. Just push the floor away from you. Push the couch away from you. That is your only cue. Push the door away. We're pushing up, but really we're pushing away. 3, 2, 1, and time. Happy face. I love hearing about your story and your experiences that you've been through. That makes me happy. I always like hearing about perspective and background of different people. That's cool stuff, especially in the exercise fitness sense. Aquaman's prone or bent over. I'm going prone, starting in 3, 2, 1. Ready, begin. 1 arm at a time. If you're me, if you can get both arms off the ground at the same time, feel free to do the lettuce chops like that. The Aquaman's like that. The full Aquaman instead of just the upper body is both arms extended
alternating arm and foot, if you ever want to include that in your program. But of course, we're primarily going upper body so that we can fit the bent over into it as well. And time. Last exercise number 8. Set number 6, mountain climbers or a march. 7, 6, 5, 4, ready, set, begin. 40 seconds. Last exercise. Bring it home. It's the last exercise. If there were ever a time to not hold a conversation after one, this is the one. Earn that cool down. Get those knees going if you're doing high knees. 10 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. With that exercise, time, with that workout for the day. Start your nose breathing. Start your nose breathing. Get your breathing under control. It's now time for a quick cool down, then our tidbit for the day. Oh, go to work. Go to work. Go to work. I can't do the full minute at the end of the workout every time, or else that just becomes part of the workout. It's got to be special when it happens. Wow, I'm absolutely drenched today. It's good stuff. It means the program's working. When you cool down, breathe primarily through your nose. Try to belly breathe. Breathe in with your diaphragm, diaphragmatic breathing. Really, that encourages not only breathing out, but also wide. Trying to widen your thorax, your abdomen, right? Breathing in lungs are 3D. They're not just one direction. So try and breathe out together like that. More fun with punches for 1 minute anyway. Yeah, I'll say so. I think I like punches for a minute a lot more than mountain climbers for a minute. I don't think that that's a hot take myself. I think we can all be in agreement that 1 minute of punches is more fun. So we'll probably change up that going into next week so we can have a strong finish. All right. Shake the arms out. Get a stretch. Maybe stretch while I'm telling you the tidbit for the day. I'll get rid of some of this for the replay so people can't completely see how tired I am. I'm going to go exit full screen. All right, and we have our tidbit for the day. This one is about nutrition. Last time it was about social environmental alterations. This time it's about nutrition. Last time we mentioned meal prepping. And this falls into the category of removing resistance to healthy behaviors. Okay. Meal prepping healthy food, or on an off day, maybe you've got a few extra hours, or just buying easy to prepare healthy food is an easy life hack to decrease the amount of junk food that you might take in. All right. For example, I love Greek yogurt for that reason. I might have said it last time, but spending just $5 to probably $30, depending on where you get it, on Tupperware or food storage containers. Don't worry, they're not advertising for us. They're not giving us money. I wish they were, but can save you money on going out to eat. So it might actually save you money in the long run, and make it much easier to eat the healthy foods that you've prepared. If Tupperware is not your speed, then buying some easy to prepare foods, like I said, Greek yogurt is my personal favorite life hack. Maybe some healthy fruit to leave around the house. Maybe you've got some protein dense foods that you personally have. I love tuna fish, meal prepping tuna fish as well. Super protein dense, about 90% protein by calories before you add the other good stuff. I mix the frozen yogurt with berries, and the night before, frozen berries. So I just take the frozen berries from the bag, throw them in a bowl of Greek yogurt, eat them in the fridge. The next morning, the berries are thawed and the berry juices are throughout that Greek yogurt. Makes it delicious. Some protein granola in there too. Super fast, super easy, and also very, very, very nutritious. All right. And that's why I like that. Same thing, throw them in the morning with some chia seeds, just a quick tablespoon of chia seeds, quarter cup of granola, protein granola, mixed with that Greek yogurt, maybe a little bit of honey if you get the plain Greek yogurt. That is a delicious and super, super healthy way to start the day. Whenever I'm cutting, I get Greek yogurt. All right. And whenever I'm trying to get lean, I should say, I get Greek yogurt. You can make it, if I'm running out the door, 60 seconds, I can take it on the road to go. All right. So moral of the story for today is try to reduce the resistance like we talked about last time with meal prepping. All right. Meal prepping makes it really easy to grab and go, or buy healthy foods that are really quick to prepare so you can be on with your day after that. All right. That's my little tidbit for the day. Enjoy your Greek yogurt, enjoy your tuna fish, enjoy your meat cuts, your prepared fruits. All right. What you say here? I got into sprouts this past winter. I really like alfalfa sprouts and you can't get them locally. I ate them with cottage cheese. They're really easy to do at home. I never ate cottage cheese or enjoyed cottage cheese until literally this past summer. The gremlin that I say is always in the back. She's usually biking out back. It's actually, I'll finally say it, week 11. It's my girlfriend, Sydney Thomas. Shout out. She's sleeping. Her family got me into cottage cheese, and I didn't realize that it's almost just as protein dense as Greek yogurt. What? A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, maybe some alfalfa. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 100% agree. There are some people that the reason kids don't like vegetables is because you don't make them very well. Hot take right there. If we can make them a little bit, hell, even some carrots, throw some butter on those puppies, a little bit of salt and pepper, whatever, magic sauce that you might know how to cook better than me. Eventually, in fact, actually, side tangent off that, long story short, you can make vegetables right. They're delicious. All right. Take some time, invest in yourself, learning how to make delicious vegetables. Your life will become much healthier for it. All right. But what was I going to say? Oh, no. Lost it. You can put a lot in cottage cheese as a snack, jam, veggies, fruit seeds. Yeah, I'm actually a fan. There's some cottage cheese that are terrible, but there are also brands that are delicious. Actually, that reminded me what I was going to say. Once we get our website up, connectedchs.com, we're going to have a blog space. And in that blog space, we're going to put nutrition hacks, healthy recipes. We have a section for each different pillar, all 7: nutrition, sleep, exercise, policy change, personal finances, all that good stuff. But the one that I think I'm most excited about, is the nutrition, for sure. Yeah, putting protein dense, delicious recipes up there. That way we can get a lot of community engagement too. For example, Happy Feast, you could go in and say, hey, guys, try out cottage cheese, right? Dad, Scott, you can go in and say, hey, I've been doing this program. I lost 15 pounds. And people will be like, damn, 15 pounds in 10 weeks? That man has been working, So really just trying to create a community platform on that website that I'm very excited about. Per usual, thank you all for joining. If you have any last questions, shoot them into the chat now. I'll answer them on my way out as I give the last spiel. My name is Seth Spicer. This is Connected Community Health Support. You can find us Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the time being at 7:30 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. All of our videos are available on YouTube at Connected CHS. I do the morning session. Jacob Carroll does the afternoon session, and my man Adam Fox does the evening session. You can follow all of our accounts at Connected CHS or follow us on Facebook at Connected Community Health Support. Again, we're here to make health and fitness accessible and more practical. And we're very excited to see where this goes in the future. All right. Thank you all very much for joining. Give us a follow. Remember what you're all about. Go through, watch our old videos for our tidbits. We'll try and post those tidbits online. I will see you all Friday. Signing off. Looking forward to